Hi, I'm Padmavati Devi. I have completed graduation in BSc Chemistry. I have also done Diploma in Elementary Education. Today I'm going to teach lines and angles. When two lines meet at one point, those lines are called intersecting lines, and the point is called point of intersection. When these two lines doesn't meet at all, meet at any point, that means they are parallel to each other. So those lines are called parallel lines. If when three or more lines meet at one point, these lines are congruent lines. Angle. An angle is formed by rotating a ray from an initial position to terminal position. The change of ray from initial position to terminal position around a fixed point is called rotation, and the measure of rotation is called angle. These are arms of angle, and this fixed point is called vertex. The measure of rotation is below 90 degrees, that means the angle is called acute angle, and if it is 90 degrees, it is called right angle. If the measure of rotation is between 90 degrees and 180 degrees, then the angle is called obtuse angle, and if it is 180 degrees, then it is called straight angle. The measure of rotation is above 180 degrees and below 360 degrees is called reflex angle. Pairs of angles. The sum of the two angles is 90, then those angles are complementary angles. This angle is 60 degrees and this is 30 degrees. The sum 60 plus 30 degrees equal to 90 degrees. So these angles are called complementary angles. The complementary angle of x is 90 degrees minus x. When the sum of two angles is 180 degrees, then the angles are supplementary angles. This is 140 degrees and this is 40 degrees. The sum of 140 degrees and 40 degrees is equal to 180 degrees, forming a straight line is supplementary. And here this angle is 120 degrees and this is 60 degrees. The sum of 120 plus 60 is equal to 180, forming a straight line is called, these both angles are called supplementary angles. When the sum of two angles is 360 degrees, then those angles are called conjugate angles. Adjacent angles. When two angles have common vertex and common arm, those angles are called adjacent angles. Okay. When two adjacent angles, when the sum of two adjacent angles is equal to 180 degrees, then the angles are linear pair of angles. The angles are called as linear pair of angles. Example, here the angle AOC is 110 degrees and COB is 70 degrees. The sum of 110 degrees and 70 degrees equal to 180 degrees. The difference between the linear pair of angles and supplementary angles is, here the sum of any two angles should be 180, but here the sum of two adjacent angles should be 180 degrees. Okay, let's identify the linear pair of angles. Here the linear pair is angle POR and angle ROQ, a pair of linear angles, and angle SOP and angle POR is another linear pair of angles. Okay. If we observe this diagram, here angle ROQ and angle POS are vertically opposite to each other. Here, these two angles share a common vertex but no common arc. So here the vertically opposite angles are equal. Let's prove it. That means ROQ is equal to angle POS. Okay. Let's prove this one. Linear point of angles. If we eliminate this, the linear points of angles equal to angle SOP plus angle POR equal to 180 degrees, forming a straight line equal to 180 degrees. Equation 1 plus angle ROQ equal to 180 degrees. Equation 2. By equating 1 and 2, here angle SOP plus angle POR equal to angle POR plus angle ROQ. This both get cancelled. Therefore, angle SOP equal to angle ROQ. Hence proved. Angle SOP equal to angle ROQ. That means the vertically opposite angles are equal. If a line meets line M and N at two distinct points, so the line L is transversal to M and N. Here when we observe this, we can find 8 angles. These 4 are exterior and these are interiors. Let us find exterior angles of 4. That's angle 1, angle 2, angle 7 and angle 8. Interior angles are these: angle 3, angle 4, angle 5 and angle 6. Corresponding angles. Corresponding angles are non-adjacent angles which lie on the same side of the transversal, one exterior and other interior. Those pair are called corresponding angles. And is exterior and angle 5 is interior. This is one pair. And angle 2 and angle 6 is another pair, and angle 3 which is interior and angle 7 which is exterior is one pair, and angle 4 and angle 8 is another pair of corresponding angles. Alternate interior angles means the angles which are interior and opposite to the opposite sides of the transversals. That is, angle 4 and angle 6 are alternative interior angles, and angle 3 and angle 5. Okay. Alternate exterior angles are those which are on opposite side of the transversals. That means angle 1 and angle 7 are exterior angles, and angle 2 and angle 8 are alternate exterior angles. Consecutive interior angles. That means the angles which are inside and on the same side of your transversal. That is angle 4 and angle 5, and angle 3 and angle 6. Consecutive exterior angles are those, the exterior angles which are on the same side of the transversal. That is angle 1 and angle 8, and angle 2 and angle 7.